Okay, oh, that feels good. I don't know how old you guys were when you started making sound effects when you sat down going, ah. I think I was 6. I'm kidding. I was like probably 30. Okay, if you saw the thumbnail, you know that this video is about 4 houseplants in my collection that are currently thriving because I did that. And the 4 houseplants that are diving because I did that. But first, I want to say if you're new here, I'm kidding, obviously. We're all new here. This is a new channel. But anyway, hi, my name is Leslie. I live in New York City where I grow 100 houseplants. I'm also into a lot of other creative hobbies, but for the last 5 years, my love has been focusing on these plants and growing them and unaliving them. So we're going to talk about that today because no houseplant collection is perfect and we should all be learning all the time. And do not stress if you kill a plant or decide that it needs to leave your home, however you decide to do that. And yeah, so let's get into it. We're going to start with which plants are currently diving because they're smaller. So we'll start there and then we'll work our way up to what's thriving because they're ginormous. Okay, cool. And I'm sipping tea. I'm never sipping tea. Ooh, I'm going to put the name of the artist of this mug on screen. She's in Brooklyn and I love this mug. Love it. Okay, again, I don't really drink tea, but today I needed some tea. Let me get some plants. We're going to start with my fan aloe. Now this might not look dead to you. That's the whole point. This is what is diving. Not dead, diving. Okay, so I purchased this, oh gosh, more than a year ago. And this is a piece of pottery by Cactus Quest. And it was during his first time selling live ever. It wasn't his own live, it was a hosted live. And I was so excited to get this from him. I love this piece of pottery. So I paired it with the fan aloe. I absolutely loved it. And usually a fan aloe should be a little bit more like that, as you can see now on screen. And I did that. Now, I didn't do a great job at researching it prior, but it was living on the windowsill and getting that direct sun. The problem with me and cacti and succulents is I don't water them enough. And then probably when I finally water them, they are rotting. I haven't looked at the roots in this in a minute, but this is the second time this has happened. The other side is gone. I cut it off. Also, the little mini growth point that's happening, I'm pretty sure, if I can get in there and show, that that's been there for the entire time I've had it. So no new growth has happened in my care for a year. And I think I also misunderstood its dormancy season because I didn't do my proper research. And should this continue to dive, I would like to replace this one. This is one where I'd be like, can someone get me it for my birthday, please? This is a beautiful plant and it should have flowered for me and I'm sorry. So again, it's diving, it's not dead. Doesn't look good though. I just watered it and 2 days ago. This is not really ever gonna do the thing it should do. But hey, if you're good with aloe, can you let me know how is this one really doing? Because you'll see a theme here. Let me get the next plant. Okay, we have a cactus. We have a cactus, everyone. A very deflated cactus. Look what it looked like when I got it. So this piece of pottery is by Calmwork. Name on screen for their Instagram, and I love Calmwork, and I love this pairing so much. And I'm going to say it again. If this continues to dive, I'd want to replace this one because being that this plant is from Brazil, here's the thing. I researched and I looked back again today and I was like, you did everything right. It was sitting on my windowsill during the summer, getting that nice southern exposure. This winter, I did move it away from the windows, especially during that incredible cold snap that we had here in New York City. And it was under a grow light, getting really good highlight. And I water it in the summertime. It was about every 3 weeks or so. In the winter, I pulled back a bit. So what gives, bro? What's up? What is up? I've managed to rock this. I clearly let it go too long without water at some point. It looks so bad. It's so deflated. It's definitely taking a dive, and it's not going to rebound. It's not going to inflate up again like a hot air balloon. No, they're not expensive. So if I really want to bring back this pot plant pairing to life, you might see a relative replace it. I would love to hear what you think. Should I trash this? Should I trash this? I feel like I should message my friend Lulu and be like, do I trash this one and get a new one? I'm not spending money on plants right now. That's the hard part. I cannot justify spending money on plants. I don't care if I get it for 12 bucks. I do. But, oh my God, I did that. But I don't know what I did other than I think I underwatered. Waited too long. I waited too long. I waited too long. I waited too long. I'm sorry. You were so cute. You're so fugly. This is so fugly now. Oh my God, so fugly. All the fug, all the fug. Well, for what's next, I don't have to travel very far. Again, this is about diving. They're not dead. Okay, so you might notice behind me my miniature orchid collection in one Dischidia. This just flowered for me and it was doing great. It was doing so great. And then I did something stupid. Do you see that yellowing? Do you see that? I decided to put it in a Ziploc bag because I'm watering it every day. Again, during the horrible cold snap. Also, humidity in here is about 20%. And I decided maybe you just need to have some more humidity. And also, therefore, I'm not watering you every day. And this yellowing happened immediately. And I was like, well, you're an idiot. Just go back to watering it every day. Now, in all transparency, the ones behind me don't really live behind me anymore. It just looked weird just having just this one sitting there. But there's another video coming about where those live now. And they're doing awesome. They don't live there right now. I put them back. They'll be back in this spot when the humidity kicks back up in New York City. Anyway, this is diving. This is diving. But also, there is new growth right there. This one's gonna make it. This is gonna make it. It's not leaving my collection. I just see the dive happening. I see that yellowing coming in. You're probably thinking like, girl, your plants don't look that bad. You have no idea how many plants left my collection this year. Now, it had to do with flat mites, root mealy, and also like me being like, I'm done and I want to downsize. So yeah. There are some genuses in my home that you did not know I have. Now, hey, if you follow me on TikTok, I've made a video about this one. Yes, I have an alocasia. This is my alocasia, Micholitziania Friedick, and this is how it's going. Now, this has been a journey. I loved you so much when I got you, and it was a wish list. And I got it up at the Plant Corner, and that's up in Harlem. Visit if you're ever in New York, and if you're in New York, go visit. I love them there. And this has been a journey. Like if you are on TikTok, it's pinned. It's a journey. I recently took it out of LECA that it was in where I was trying, and it had rotted again. Now, it is currently alocasia dormancy season. So I should just leave it, but no, I didn't. So I'm gonna give this another swing. I literally almost threw away the chunk. Like I was like, I'm just gonna throw you away. But I cut away the rot. I didn't record any of that. I cut away the rot. I was like, let me leave it overnight to callus over. I'm gonna try one more time. Just because it's science at this point, I'm just doing science. So what am I doing now? We got too much water in here, actually, is what we got. We got perlite, we got LECA, then we have Newt Rescue Mix. Now, Newt Rescue Mix has been my go-to for propping, for rot. That's what it's for. So I figured, go your own way, girl. Go your own way. Don't listen to what anyone else is doing. Like, just try what your gut is telling you and see what happens in science. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna get a little bit of this water out of here. I think this is too wet, but also the trend has been to put cling wrap around the neck of Alocasia, but honestly, that's smart. It's kind of like its own little tent. So I'm down with that, but this is not gonna do much. I mean, luckily it's March, but we need growing season. Alocasia go dormant during the winter, and they want you to pull back on the fertilizer. And I sound so confident right now, like I know what I'm talking about. But prior to this Alocasia, I had a Bambino, did well. I ended up selling it. I decided I didn't want it anymore. So I just don't grow many aroids in my home because they do get large, and I'm in an apartment and I need some room for me. So don't look at me and tell me that all my plants are doing well. This is more than a dive. This is hanging on with a thread. Like, I should have thrown it away last week. Don't tell her that. Hey, but like, listen, if I get this to grow, like actually grow, that would be amazing. Oh my God, I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy. All right, I'm just gonna put this down, stop making noise. Let's get into what's thriving. And pray for me, because they're big and heavy. You saw the thumbnail, I hope. I'm not gonna be able to fit into frame with this. Not gonna happen. This is my Philodendron Rio, and while you might be thinking that's a really easy care plant, why are you so proud of yourself? I have a right to be proud of myself. This is about what's thriving. Oh my God, my boots are so loud. Okay, so the Philodendron Rio is one of the easiest care plants. If you don't want a Philodendron Brazil because you don't like the coloration of that stripe, the cream is gorgeous. The emergent leaves are pink. This one gets a little bit of morning sun. This is winter light I'm talking about, not summer. A little bit of morning sun, and then late day reflected sun that's bouncing. Here's what it looks like. It's so pretty. I'm obsessed. It's in a really visible spot for me. I sit on my sofa and I look at it, and it gives me the jungle vibes that I wanted. So it's in a super chunky mix. It gets watered every 8 days. It probably can go longer than that, to be honest, but I'm just staying on top of it, which is why it's doing all of this. It is just growing year round, so it does get fertilizer year round, and I am obsessed with you. It was also one of my favorite unboxings. Now that I think about it, a few of the plants, another plant I'm going to showcase as a favorite unboxing. So anyway, Philodendron Rio, if you are just getting into houseplants and you're bored of the pothos and the snake plant, I highly recommend this plant or Philodendron micans. So easy, but then you'll feel like things are thriving and you'll just be so proud of yourself. And you should be, because you're a plant parent and you're doing great. Everybody's doing great. I'm gonna stop for a second, pick up this piece of bark that fell in the chair, sip my tea, see how you're doing. How are you doing? Making videos is so much fun. And having a moment, I actually really wasn't doing well today or feeling well today at all. And I'm just powering through right now, but I'm really happy to be doing this right now. So it's just shifting my everything. My body might hate it. So, oh, this is the time to maybe hit like. And if you're not subscribed, can you please subscribe? I'm kind of begging you. This is a new channel, please. But I didn't sit down and have tea with you to say that. Just, it's kind of hitting me. I don't know if you saw me searching and thinking about that. I was like, do I say it? I have to say it. It's always awkward. Okay, let's talk about, I literally have Hoyas doing Hoya things. So maybe that's my cue to talk about Hoya for a second. Let's talk about her. Let me get her down from the shelf. My Hoya linearis. Oh my God, I love her so much. I don't know what plant you would grab in a fire or the apocalypse, but this is the plant that I would grab, my Hoya linearis. This has been with me for about 4 years. This is in a piece of pottery by me. Again, one of my old pieces of pottery, like old maker's mark. She has this in it because she's my emotional support plant. I got my Hoya linearis from a little plant shop in Brooklyn that's now out of business called Tiny Jungles. And this was a long time ago. And I walked in and I saw it on the table and it was like $15. And I literally said to the woman, I'm like, hey, is there something wrong with this plant? She was like, no. And I'm thinking, the heck is this doing out in the wild for $15? I was like, oh my God. What do I do? Well, the first few years I had it, I was on YouTube University for Plants and reading all the fake news about Hoyas going bone dry, and it was in terracotta. So she wasn't getting that much water and care that she should have. At the same time, I have to say, maybe my early instincts somehow kicked in, and as soon as I would see the leaves kind of droop just a little bit, I would give it water. It didn't go without water for as long as my other Hoyas did during that time. Look at the winter growth. So this one loves to grow in winter. This is what it does. This is what it does. And it did bloom for me this year. It didn't bloom as well as it did last year. Last year I got 4 blooms. This year I got 1. We had some blasting going on. This is in a chunky mix, but with also tree fern, and I religiously water it now. I water her every 7 days. I may not even let it go bone dry. I'm treating it different now. It has been propagated over the years. So I've had a little bit that I sold locally. So cute. The guy was so excited. He's like, you're making my dreams come true. I've always wanted one. It was propagated in perlite. I was like, just reach out to me if you need help. But again, I didn't know what I was really talking about. But now, because of my friend Emily, the Rooted Vine, here's her Instagram name. I learned more about linearis. First of all, I'm just very impressed that I've never killed it. Don't tell it that. But it's thriving. And because of Emily is when I added tree fern fiber to the mix and to stay more aggressively on top of the watering. But I have to say, every winter during its growing season, it does this for me. It's a cool weather gal, and that's when it blooms. And the blooms do last the longest of the Hoya blooms. I don't know if that's a fact, but they do last about 2 weeks and they smell delicious. But thriving, you are my apocalypse roommate. You and I go running off to fight off the zombies together. I love this plant. Hoya linearis, yay, thriving. Okay, I got the next plant, I think. How far am I in? It's a very big one. I say it in every video. I'm sweating. Back onto the shelf where you've always lived. Speaking of Emily from the Rooted Vine, this is my Hoya retusa. Oh my God. Oh my God. As I mentioned, one of my other favorite unboxings. This is in another early piece of pottery by me. I don't know if you can even see. It's kind of like a honey pot. This is a big, for someone who makes miniature planters, I have no idea how I made this one. Okay, this is heavy. It needs water. I waited. I'm shaking. Hold on. I got to put this on my lap while we chat about the Hoya. Oh my God, literally shaking. That's also my health. Like, okay, everybody calm down. I'm gonna take a sip of tea. This one needs tea. Okay, so as you can see, Hoya's doing Hoya things. Here is the footage of what it's doing right now. This is another one that I bought mature. I didn't want to wait. This is my last 8 months in this apartment, and I knew that there was very much a chance that I was gonna have to move when I purchased it. So I was like, I want a big one. I'm not waiting. I wanna have my last year in this apartment just be lush and wonderful and exactly the way I envisioned it. So the Hoya retusa, Emily and I were a little surprised, like it really had a hard time acclimating when it got here. It dried out, like literally this was saturated, but everything was just browning and crisping and it was having a fit. A friend of mine said to me, they're not cute enough to be that difficult. Like they're just not cute enough to be diva plants. I was like, I like it. I mean, I do have a thing for like unusual textures and bringing in different textures and types of genuses to my home. And, you know, so I happen to love a weirdo and this is a weirdo now. What do I do? It's in a chunky mix. It's in ceramic. I don't think I have any tree fern in here. I want to keep this aerated and light, and I water it when it's just about dry. Not fully dry, just about dry. And this has been 2 weeks without water and it's still not fully dry. Lots of new growth. This is getting Sea Grow, and this is getting CalMag, and this is getting Super Thrive, and it is thriving, and that's why it's here, and I'm really, really happy with it. It is doing, like Hoya is doing Hoya things when they get tangled around everything. While that's kind of obnoxious, it really does make me laugh. Thank you, Emily, for remembering that I wanted a really mature one a moment ago. Some of it just went into my mouth. So, okay, I'm gonna put this down. The last one was in the thumbnail. Do we think I can carry it? Now, I should just not, but I'm crazy. This is me questioning my life choices. Okay, wait, I can't get up, hold on. Let me put this down. I can't get up. Hold on. Okay. Retusa, you're gonna go right to the, I don't water you in the sink. We're gonna sit down. I just stepped on, I don't know what. I don't even wear shoes in my house normally. Hi. This is my queen of the night. And I've only had her for about a year and a few months. And she's clearly happy with the care I'm giving her and the growing conditions. Okay. On my TikTok, I did go planter shopping for this one and repotted it there. This is a pot by Campagna, I believe is the name of the brand. It's an Italian terracotta brand. It was an expensive pot, but I figured that it's the most focal pointish plant in my home. I should just go for it. When I got this one, it was a lot smaller, and but it was still bigger than I thought it would be. And I had it in lowerish, not low light, but medium light. So it came in a little bit spindly. And then this year, I decided to give it a lot more light, which you can see it's appreciating. The growth points are insane. The amount this one bloomed for me this year was crazy, and it bloomed really well into the season. Now this is my moment to say to you, if you've noticed that there's more minutes left on this video than you anticipated, it's because there's a surprise category coming up. Just letting you know. And this was a plan. Again, I like to hook you in, but you'll be interested in it, I think, because I need your advice. The Queen of the Night, she's in a succulent mix and gets watered every like 10 days. I actually have a leaf here in the middle that is kind of vocal. So as soon as that leaf feels a little bit softer to me, then I give it a really nice drink. If I could run with her in the apocalypse, I would, but as you see, I cannot run with her in the apocalypse, which is why she's not on the apocalypse list, like she's not. So I would say this one is definitely thriving. And I can't wait for the leaves to come in on these growth points. Oh my, stop it. When I move, I'm gonna have to pre-plan where she's gonna live. Anyway, yeah. I didn't notice that I put my tea into this little piece of pottery by me. It actually sits really nice there. Didn't realize I did that. Got my lip gloss. Subcategory, just came up with the name. More education needed. I'm not just Hoya. I know it's shocking. Random aeroids here or there. I do now have 2 Anthurium, and I need more education. So I need your help. First up, I thought I started with the easiest Anthurium possible. This is my Rad Times Lux, and I am not doing a very good job, I can tell. The leaves started coming in smaller and smaller. I did up-pot it, but they're not as big as they were. They're a little discolored. I thought maybe I was giving it too much light. It does have an inflow coming in, which I don't want that. I want more leaves and I want large leaves. I cut off the inflow, the first one it ever tried to give me. It gets watered every 7 days. Once it's gone dry, but I don't let it sit dry. I don't let it hang out. Maybe I need to put a little spag moss around the neck. I don't know. So what do you guys recommend? It's not really crisping anywhere, which is good. But I need Anthurium advice. And I've done some research. The humidity is low in here right now, but it was next to a humidifier and getting really good humidity, like right next to it. I clean its leaves. I give you lots of love. But why are your leaves coming in smaller, not bigger? Why is that happening? So let me show you the other Anthurium I have, and then we're gonna wrap this up because more education needed. The other Anthurium lives right above me. And this is, am I gonna say this right? Anthurium vitirifolium variegated. This was seed grown by April from Unsolicited Plant Talks. My friend Andrea happened to see me in the chat during a live on Overgrown Oasis, gasp, like I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then she surprised me with it. And I wasn't buying plants and she just wanted me to have it. So it has given me 2 new leaves in my care. It gave me this one, which is beautiful, and it's giving me this one. But what's happening? Let me get up in there. Wait, what's the best way to show you this? See this meltingness going on? Well, then that now is happening on this leaf, which it's all white. I get that. I get that that's gonna happen. But it's now kind of like, what's up with silica? Is that what I need? Tell me what I need to do to help this one thrive. If you have any advice, I'm continuing to research it and read about it. And I need Anthurium help because this is definitely a wish list. I cannot wait for this to be cascading down, to be the pendant Anthurium. This is so beautiful. I do wish I was getting more of the mottled leaves, to be very honest with you. This is a little concerning, gorgeous, but concerning. So do I need to worry about this? Is there anything I should be doing? Because this is mottled. This wasn't like this. So that's why it was a little concerning. Is this low humidity? Is that why? Because April grows this in California. Like, this should be fine. This should be advice needed, please. I've reapplied lip gloss. I have finished my tea. And that is the end of the video. So thank you for hanging out with me for another week, 2 weeks in a row. Look at that. Sign-offs are really awkward, but I want to say that please subscribe. It helps the channel. I love making videos. Hoya's doing Hoya things. Which one is that? That is the Hoya Walliana. Yes, it is. I love making videos. And it gives me a lot of purpose during a time in my life where I'm in my home. I love editing. This is what I'm doing. This feels really good. So thank you for that. And I love watching YouTube videos. So I hope it brought you some joy. I hope that you had fun with this. I would love to hear from you. What is thriving? What is diving? And also where you might need more education, because you never know, in the comments there might be someone there who can help you with that education. And if you have educational notes for me on Anthurium and you don't feel like commenting, you can DM me on Instagram. I'll take notes for sure. Just be kind. Don't make me block you. Anyway, oh my God, signing off is so awkward. Did you hear that laugh? Like, okay, goodbye. Bye, awkward, getting out of it. Okay, goodbye, next week, bye.